What's up, everybody? It's Jared with Capture the Magic, and off the news, or at least the tease from Universal Orlando, that they're likely going to announce that the replacement coaster for Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit is going to be a Fast and Furious roller coaster. It has left a lot of people, especially in the comments on my videos at least, very unhappy that this is going to be a Fast and Furious coaster, as I think a lot of the fans don't really care about Fast and Furious, which I totally understand, and don't think this is a good move. But I would actually argue, if you're not a fan of Fast and Furious, and especially if you do not like Fast and Furious Supercharged, which is one of the more panned rides that Universal has ever had, this is actually a good move that is going to lead to better attractions coming to Universal Orlando. So in this video, I'm going to lay out my case, at least, as to why I think this is ultimately going to be a good thing for the park. So that's what we're going to do in the video today. Get into it, talk about it, give some thoughts on it. Now, before we really even get into what this video is going to be about, one thing I have talked about for a couple of months now is that I was told by various people inside Universal that this new coaster was going to be a Fast and Furious coaster, which at this point is one of the worst kept secrets at Universal. I'm definitely not the only one that has talked to somebody or heard things. And again, even WDW News Today even says here, Universal Orlando teases new Fast and Furious attraction. And they're not the only ones here. And I think if you take a look at the teaser here, it kind of makes it pretty obvious, at least in my opinion. We'll take a look at it real quick. So, to me at least, that's rather obvious that this is going to be an announcement about Fast and Furious. Now, some people have contended that it's going toward 88 miles per hour. If you look at this, 90 is right here. It ends up stopping perpendicular right here. So you look at this, that is 10, 30, 50, 70 miles an hour right there. Obviously having an announcement on 1/20 of 26, which as this video recording is going to be tomorrow, so we'll find out for sure then. But I think when you just look at the fact that the engine sounds here, nothing about this is Back to the Future. Now, mind you, I would love for this to be Back to the Future. I've been on that bandwagon for months, if not years, about Back to the Future coming back to the Universal theme parks. And I actually think that it will come back to the Universal theme parks potentially in the future. I do think there's a real possibility of that. But being realistic here and what I have heard and known and talked to other people, I mean, if this isn't going to be Fast and Furious, this would be the greatest troll job that Universal has ever done. But I think if you're just Occam's razor at the very least, this is likely going to be Fast and the Furious. Now, before you get angry and
no, God, please, no, no, no,
comment, and this always happens on this, and I get it. I'm not a fan of Fast and the Furious. It's a rather silly franchise that's kind of gone insane. It's a group of people that were hijacking semi-trucks for, I think it was like combo TV, DVD players in the first movie. And then now they're basically superheroes going into space. Like, they're pretty ludicrous movies. You have to turn your brain off to enjoy them, but they are what they are. But the thing about Fast and the Furious is, first off, they make a lot of money, mostly overseas. It is a successful franchise that Universal controls. And I think that is the main thing here when you look at this. If you just accept the fact that this is a Universal controlled franchise, they would like to use more of their own franchises, not as many third-party licensing deals. It makes a lot of sense why they would want to put Fast and the Furious into their theme parks. So once you just accept, okay, they're going to put Fast and the Furious into the theme parks. Whether you like them or not, they're going to be there. And currently speaking, at least in Orlando, the one attraction that is based on Fast and the Furious is Fast and the Furious Supercharged. Now, this is a panned ride. This ride is basically a meme ride. It's so bad, it's funny at times. My brother came to Orlando last year, took his family, and this ride was one where I was like, you got to ride this. And he's like, is it good? I'm like, no, but you have to experience it. And he got off of it just being like, how in the world did that ever get greenlit? Like, that was terrible. And I'm like, I agree. It's a laughable ride. But this is not something that you want as a ride in your theme parks. And mind you, Supercharged is not that old of a ride. So this is a ride that should have higher wait times here, more demand. And the fact that the wait times here do not get very high. In fact, we can take a look at some of the wait times here. And when you look at this is for 2025, it ranks toward the bottom every single time. 17-minute on average wait time for 2025. When you look at 2024, average wait time of 18 minutes. I mean, it's always at the lower end. And in this chart here is including some of the houses from Halloween Horror Nights, but it is always at the lower end of wait times. And for a ride that is barely 10 years old, this is not a great thing for your parks, especially as Universal continues to grow with more anticipated demand. You want attractions in your parks that have demand and will eat up crowds. That is one thing that you're definitely going to want going forward at Universal. And by the way, Universal is very aware of how much Supercharged is basically mocked and panned. I mean, I've talked about this one before. My wife and I were going through the park a couple years ago. And, the survey people stop you sometimes at Universal to ask your opinions on things. And they asked us, what is your least favorite attraction at Universal? And before we can even answer, he goes, besides Supercharged, we know where that one stands. So Universal's well aware of where Supercharged stands amongst the fan base. And this is where the new roller coaster enters the picture, being themed after Fast and the Furious. Because if they're going to put this new roller coaster being themed after Fast and the Furious, this is going to mean that Supercharged is on the chopping block. And I don't have any concrete details about this or information, but I find it hard to believe that Fast and Furious is going to have two attractions in the same park based after Fast and the Furious. Now, of course, you can look at Harry Potter, you can look at Super Nintendo World and say, well, those properties have multiple attractions in their theme parks. While that's true, Fast and Furious is nowhere nearly as relevant or popular as those franchises are. Plus, you'd be talking about two different rides in different areas of the park based after the same IP. That's typically not what Universal does. So if this new coaster is going to be Fast and Furious, this is going to free up Supercharged for something else to come into this space that is going to be more popular and have more demand here that will eat up more crowds. And I would also just add, if you're not a fan of Fast and the Furious, which again, I totally understand, it's a pretty good compromise if you just accept the fact that they are going to have attractions based after Fast and Furious in the Universal theme parks. To put it after a high-speed thrilling roller coaster has the least amount of impact on the IP that's used there. I'm not saying it has no impact, but if it's a great coaster, which again, this is going to be an intimate roller coaster, I have no doubt that this is going to be another great coaster that Universal builds. The IP that's attached to it doesn't matter as much because people just like the roller coaster. It can add to it like Velocicoaster. That's a great themed roller coaster. But again, it doesn't matter as much compared to a ride like Supercharged where you're immersed into a world or, you're in a dark ride type of situation. So again, this is a pretty good compromise that then opens up Supercharged, and there are tons of rumors out there and what could go into the place of Supercharged. Who knows what they may do here, but undoubtedly Supercharged would then become something that has a lot more potential in terms of demand. And for the people out there that want Back to the Future to come back to the theme parks, myself being one of them, a place that really sticks out to me, even though Supercharged has been rumored that could feature Back to the Future potentially going forward, I think the place that makes a lot more sense is the former home of Back to the Future is the Simpsons area. The Simpsons area replaced Back to the Future when they built that. That contract is expiring soon. And I don't believe Universal wants to renew that contract, nor do I think that Disney would allow Universal to renew that contract because now Disney owns The Simpsons and they like to control everything that they own and keep it in-house. So I don't think that The Simpsons is going to be renewed. I think there's going to be something new going on in the Simpsons area. I think it would make a lot of sense, and I think the fan base would absolutely eat it up if they reverted the Simpsons land back to a Back to the Future area, and maybe this time even feature Hill Valley, have more of an immersive aspect of Back to the Future coming back to Universal Studios. And I've made the case in multiple videos before, given the demand and the popularity of Back to the Future, given FanFest out in Hollywood, the merchandise sales you've seen at Universal Orlando, the re-release of the 40th anniversary of the movie being very successful. I think Back to the Future is still a very relevant IP that I think would be a really big hit with the Universal fan base, especially as you've seen more nostalgia and love for these retro properties. I think it would be an absolute smash hit if they brought back an updated version of the former ride here. Not a copycat, something more high-tech and something more immersive, but I think that is a real potential that could happen here. So while I will agree with you, I don't like Fast and Furious. I don't really care about those movies at all. They kind of all run together, but I understand from a business standpoint why they would want to use this IP and feature it in their theme parks, not have to pay licensing fees, and putting it into a roller coaster is a pretty good compromise, in my opinion, with the fan base if they understand that they really don't care about Fast and the Furious. And I think Universal probably understands that, but they probably are kind of stuck in the situation where, well, we need to use this IP. We don't want to pay third-party licensing deals. let's just throw it on a roller coaster and do something similar to what they're building out in Hollywood. Not a copycat, because again, the roller coaster out in Hollywood is on the side of a hill over there. This one is very different in terms of the footprint of it. So while both may be themed after Fast and Furious with very similar storylines, they will be very different ride tracks. And so you'll have a unique experience at both parks, not being copycats. So I think if this new coaster, which I suppose we will find out probably the next day or so, is going to be Fast and Furious, this is actually a good move for the Universal fan base, regardless of how you feel about Fast and the Furious. And then the next question would be, what is the timetable for Supercharged if it's now or in the coming years? I do think it's on the chopping block. So my curiosity would be, how aggressive will Universal be in this? Will they wait until this new coaster is built before they announce or do anything with Supercharged, which I would assume that they would. They might announce something happening with Supercharged, but I don't believe anything construction-wise would happen until this new coaster is done, because you don't want two rides basically out of the rotation in Universal right now as they're getting more popularity with Epic Universe open, more crowds coming in. So that would be my guess on the potential timeline there. Again, that's just me guessing. I have no inside info on that at all. I've asked around. I've basically been told some little coy statements about like, well, you never know, but no outright no's about like, oh, there's no plans for that. So I do think there is something to that Supercharged will be going away and something else replacing it. And I think ultimately, if you're a fan of Universal Studios, want more new attractions, great attractions, I think this is a really good thing that Fast and Furious is going to be the coaster here, something new coming to Supercharged. And then also you look at the Simpsons area, plus you throw in Lost Continent. That is rumored to be a Pokemon land. There's a lot of new things coming to Universal Studios, and that's before you even get into talking about Epic Universe, as there's an expansion for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic going to go over there. I was also told early in 2027 they're likely to start construction on an expansion for Super Nintendo World. That from the last I had heard, it's very likely to be Zelda. So in the coming years, there's a lot of things going to be coming to Universal Orlando, and Supercharged being replaced could be one of those things on that list. And I think ultimately this ends up being better for the fan base, more attractions that have demand, that people want to ride, being in these parks. And I think that's ultimately a good thing for Universal, for the fan base. You just look at it as a negotiation. Sometimes you got to make compromises in those situations, and people don't like Fast and Furious. This is a pretty good compromise, in my opinion, the way that this could potentially play out here in the coming years. But of course, we will see whatever Universal announces tomorrow or into the future about these things. But I think it's a lot of potential. And personally, I'm very excited for what Universal is doing, how aggressive they're being. And I do think there's going to be some more announcements in the near future about more attractions and things coming to Universal Orlando. And we may very well be on the cusp of getting rid of one of the worst attractions that Universal has ever built, which is Fast and Furious Supercharged. I would not be sad at all to see that ride go. Although I'd probably ride it one more time just to say I rode it one last time, but it has no re-rideability for me, and I think most people kind of feel that way. But either way, that's going to be it though for this video. So if you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel, as we do lots of coverage here of Universal Studios, Epic Universe, Disney World, and pop culture. And let us know in the comments, what do you think about all this? And until next time, we will see you in the parks.